Good morning, everybody. I must apologise for yesterday. I tried. StreamYards is really messing up for me. If anyone has um, a different streaming service that actually works, I'd be very interested to know what it is. Um, for some reason, the audio kept cutting out. It works perfectly, or seems to, on um, YouTube, but then when I try and record, it cuts all the sound out. It's really annoying. But anyway, this is why I'm doing this as a live. I don't expect any people in the chat or anything like that. So I'm trying to do it this way so I can get this emergency message out for Foodie Beauty Chantal. Now, I've had to jump way ahead. I will go back and let my subscribers know for my other channel that haven't heard or know about Chantal, um, what happened leading up to her meeting Salah and going to Kuwait, and why there's so much vitriol between her and the reaction channels, and why many of the reaction channels feel the same way with regards to some of her actions before going to Kuwait. But that's another story. This is an emergency intervention for Chantal. Now, to bring you up to speed, what happened is after the breakup with Nada, and all that carry on with him and Dee Dee, Chantel goes back on Tinder, one of the dating sites, and meets Salah. Now, Salah is living in Kuwait. He's Syrian. And like I said before, I don't know what to say about this picture. I do like a good eyebrow, but he totally eye fucks himself every time he's looking into the camera, and that's kind of it's just, I don't know, you feel slimy right away when you see this guy. Anyway, Chantal within a couple of weeks falls in love, which is normal for her. And before you know it, she's giving up everything and moving to Kuwait. Well, the first visit she was going for like 3 months, I believe, and she goes there essentially and marries him. Now, that has a big question mark over it, because she says they got married, and she did show a video of them at some sort of courthouse, but she didn't actually show the ceremony. And later on, a friend of Salah, who has known him for all his life, basically, him and Chantel have a falling out. And he said they found some sort of loophole in the marriage system. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I don't know the laws of Kuwait. But what happens is every 3 months, it's like Chantal has to do a visa run. The first visa run, well, she went back to Canada, she goes back to Kuwait. After 3 months, they go to Thailand. And although they described this as a vacation, they were there a lot longer than a vacation, really. They also went in the rainy season. And I've never known, I mean, I've known a lot of people go to Thailand, a lot of people from England go there. And they go there for the beaches. It's absolutely beautiful. There's some beautiful beaches and areas to stay. And they stayed kind of in Bangkok. And most of the time was spent by Foodie Beauty in a hotel eating. Salah would bring her, take out food. She would eat and eat and eat. They did do some sightseeing. They went to tiger sanctuary, which really pissed me off, because the tigers were all drugged. it was horrendous. And if you've read stories about those places, that angered me. I was going to show you that, but I can't. It's too upsetting. They go on a couple of boat rides. They go to some malls. A lot of the time it's raining, and Chantal is in the hotel room, and Salah is nowhere to be seen. There's just something really weird going on there as far as this visa run and whether they're actually married or not. In Kuwait, it's illegal to live together and not be married. So possibly what happened when Chantal got there, she was saying he had an apartment, he had a job, he had a car, he was going to take care of her. That didn't turn out to be the case. It was like a little shithole. They moved to a better apartment on her dime, and nothing really worked out the way Chantal thought. In any event, 3 months is up. Chantal is back in Canada. She's back. It started because of her health. The amount of food she's been eating, her blood sugar levels were. I'm surprised she's alive. She goes to a doctor in Kuwait. Now, I don't know about the healthcare system in Kuwait, but in Canada, they have a national health service, as we do in England. And she would be able to get healthcare for free. And at this point, Chantal is talking about she's not feeling well. She's not looking good. She's talking about going back to Canada to do weight loss surgery, knowing she would never be approved for weight loss surgery, not in a million years, because she has to lose a certain amount of weight on her own. She keeps saying that she's 360, 370 pounds. She's nowhere near that. She's more like 400 plus. She's put on at least 100 pounds since being in Kuwait alone. Anyway, so it's all very sad. She's coming back to Kuwait for her health and whatever, but most of the reaction channels felt she was coming back just for Christmas dinner and some presents, and she was going to go back to Kuwait. She wasn't concerned with her health. She ended up in the emergency room at one point and was given insulin. And this is the thing, Chantal, and this emergency intervention isn't so much about your health. You do need to get that under control. Insulin, it reminds me of young girls sometimes that use terminations as birth control. Rather than take birth control, they'll get a termination after termination after termination. You cannot eat what you want, be on metformin or whatever other drugs you're on for the diabetes, and eat what you want. It's supposed to work alongside an eating exercise plan, and you're not doing any of that. You're just eating. Okay, you went to the emergency room. They had to give you 2 shots of insulin, and that stabilized you for the moment. Chantal's blood sugar was over 400. I'm shocked she didn't go into a coma. I really am. And that she complained about that. She complained that after they gave her insulin, they tried to give her a muffin and things with sugar. Yes, Chantal, they would do that because they've given you 2 shots of insulin. Your blood sugar can go, it's just as dangerous going below, really low as it is really high. So they wanted to see how your body was reacting. That's why. But in any event, that's neither here nor there. Chantal has basically used the hospital just to get insulin. What's going to happen though, Chantal, is you're going to need insulin every day the way you're going. And unless you want that, right now, your health is in your hands. You can turn it around. I know there's been a lot of upsetting stuff and everything's a trigger and la, la, la. But if you don't, you're going to die. And you know, I know a lot of people, you got a lot of hate on here and whatever, but I don't believe anybody wants to see that happen. You see what happened with Jen. Take control of your health. That's number one. That's over Salah, over Julia, over Howie, over all of these, you know, what you call your family. Howie and Julia, by the way, are cats. No, Julia's a cat, Howie's a hamster, and Salah. So she calls that their family because they are unable to have children. Again, why? Because of overeating. You know, Chantel had to have a hysterectomy, as all these women on here have had to do. That, you know, they've ended up with uterine cancer and have had to have hysterectomies. In any event, I'm going to try and play this video and comment along the way. I hope it works. Okay, so let me bring it up. All right, so hopefully, let's see.
Oh. I have been seeing somebody, and they are, it's just kind of really gone really fast. And we've been talking a lot, like video, pretty much all night since we've met. So I've been really busy just like talking, and he plays music for me at night. Like we have a little routine. We like, you know, have some time alone, and then he'll play music for me. He's like, maybe I could play music for your videos sometime. Would you guys like that? Anyway, we really hit it off. Wilma Dickfit. He is Syrian, so I'm going to be keeping this relationship very private for now. We plan on eventually doing some traveling videos together. He's around my age, so it's really perfect. He has a really good job. I want to admit something to you guys, but I don't know if you'll. So this is why I'm dressed more conservative today. I like that. I kind of like that. There are things I liked about being in a relationship with an Arabic man. I realize now. I think I really like the. I find traditionally Arabic men are more take care of a woman, like regardless of your, you know, like for example, just as an example, like if you want to spend more time with me. For example, this situation, I'm just understanding better because I notice it's a pattern. So, for example, if I say, I think I'm going to go for a little while, and he'll say, oh, do you want to spend, you know, like spend a few more minutes with me, baby, or whatever. Some people will see that as a red flag or see it as like needy. You know what I mean? In some instances, if it's like very, very insistent and persists, but you could also see it as like, I like that. Like, I find like what I've encountered with Arabic males, like the attitude is like the male role of like taking care of the woman, like, because he'll be like, you know, anything I can provide you with anything, you know, like just say the word everything, like a future money, like you don't have to, you know, like they take care of their woman, you know, like it's the traditional value of something. It's like the conservative nature of it. I'm kind of liking right now at this point in my life. The idea of having an actual husband to take care of me as the wife and like have that mutual bond of respect and built on actual values other than just, sex, and valuing you as a role, as a person, to contributing to the relationship as like a wife. And I don't know, he's really into me, like he wants to chat. We chat like for hours all night. I've never had conversation like that with someone. Speaks very fluent English, has a nice place. He looks like a younger Tony, and he has the same red lights. He plays keyboard very well. He's really nice. No, it's not the married man. I've only known this guy for like 2 days. He wants to fly me out like next week and get married. He has a 2-week vacation from work, and he's like, I'll just pay for a ticket for you. You don't have to pay for anything when you're here. He's like, I'll order his food every day.
Okay, so that's the first part of this. Now, bearing in mind, Chantal has only known this guy online, Tinder of all places, a couple of weeks, and she's already planning to give up her life, give up her pets. She's had BBJ the cat over 20 years. Sam is the other cat. I'm not sure how long she's had him. She's giving up her apartment and leaving Pete's in the lurch, but not really in the lurch, I don't think, because he's a grown man. She's entitled to a life, and Pete's needed to do for himself anyway. So it's not so much that she left Pete's in the lurch, but I don't know anybody. I could never give up my dogs to run across the world to be with somebody. No, I can't even imagine doing that. But anyway, this is what she does. So when she gets there, basically what happens, she's not doing anything. I don't know if Salah, I know that there are some men that like to feed women. They call them feeders. They do go around Kuwait a little bit. He shows her around. They go to the beach. They tend to go out at night mainly. And if they go out to restaurants, there's never anyone in the restaurants. I don't know how that happens. I've never been to a restaurant where there's nobody in there. There must be certain times that they decide to go. I'm not sure what that's about. But towards the end, towards her coming, before going to Bangkok, Thailand, she's in the house a lot, and he locks her in. And my fear of that for her was, what if there's a freaking fire? I don't know why she's locked in this apartment, but she's in there all day. And he brings her food, and she was sitting just eating. Anyway, I guess it's visa time. It's time for a visa run, so they go to Thailand. Now, Chantal tried to say that it was a vacation, but it was a very weird vacation. Let me put it that way. Let's continue.
Fans are becoming increasingly concerned for Foodie Beauty after she announced she almost died while she was fasting for just under 24 hours.
So I sat up, drank some water, I gagged, and I just got sick everywhere in the bathroom. I sort of felt like a pain in my chest, and I started getting my heart. I felt my heart racing, and I had white dots in front of my eyes this time. That's where I thought I was gonna die.
Foodie Beauty, who is known for her mukbang videos, goes on to explain her body wasn't cut out for it and blames her sudden decision to go on a 40-day fast on a personality disorder.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. I don't know if I have a personality disorder. I'm being honest.
But fans weren't having any of it and swarmed the comment section, calling out the YouTuber for lying. It was all a stunt to get attention. She hasn't fasted in her entire life. Anyone that takes anything she says seriously is the one with a problem, an angry fan said, whilst others agreed she does have a personality disorder.
It was with his dad, yeah. Totally wasted my life coming here and marrying someone who doesn't even spend time with me.
Okay, so she's becoming increasingly unhappy. Salah disappears. There were rumors that he went to. There's somebody videoed him at a red room or something, doing something he shouldn't be doing, I guess. And she's becoming increasingly, more unhappy there. At one point, she gets up in the middle of the night and goes live, and just cries. She wants to go home. She's homesick. Something happened there, but she's in a prior relationship, she would put everything out there. Now Salah's very, very sneaky, and from the beginning, I'm imagining he saw that, and he convinced her basically to keep their private life private. Chantel is not really a private person. When something bothers her, she'll get on live and spill her guts, But anyway, this is they go to Thailand, and they start another channel, Chantal and Salah, like a travel vlog type thing. She's trying to build a business in a way, and this is when they go to Thailand, and just a little bit of what they do. Hang on. Let me...
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are starting the video with some poutine for lunch.
Now, as I told you before, Chantal loves a poutine. Now, as you can see, it's French fries, gravy with cheese curds. I mean, it looks absolutely vile. Chantal should not be eating that at all. She was diabetic before she went to Kuwait. She was well aware of it, although she'll act like it's a shock. As you see, I don't know if that's iced tea or what the hell that is, but I'm pretty sure it's full sugar. If this isn't a death wish, I don't know what is, literally.
Was my choice, by the way, because it's my birthday and I cannot get enough of poutine. Tried it.
Sorry to interrupt, but like I said, Chantal loves her sauces. Who would put ketchup on top of gravy? Oh God, I can't even. No. It's already a death meal, but to add ketchup to it.
We also share this delicious dip of fried fish, pita bread with hummus, and a type of yolk dip fish.
Okay, I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but I just was the poutine not enough? I mean, forget the poutine, just have the fish and the salad and the little bit of bread there. I mean, that would have been better than, oh, you're going to eat poutine and now this?
I wait, my hope.
Go eat another chicken sausage, you friggin' weirdo.
Love is amazing.
Now, this is, let me just play it. I'll just play it. As you see, when they were walking along, Salah eye-fucking himself the whole time. Oh, God. And this is just kind of sickening. This is for their, couples channel. Chantal is convinced that Salah loves her. He wants her for her, and she's trying to convince everybody else.
It makes us human. It softens the heart. And it makes us weak, but strong, all at the same time.
Now, two observations here. I mean, you can see clearly Chantal is very much in love with him. Oh God, she rests her head on his shoulder like this the whole time. Now it is, they don't show PDA in these countries. It's not allowed. They're not allowed to kiss and stuff like that. A lot of people wanted to see that. A lot of people felt there was no chemistry, no real interaction with these two. In fact, a lot of the channels said, Salah was almost robotic, that he was in it for the long haul. His main goal was to go to Canada, and his longtime friend Allah verified that Salah had told him that that was his goal. And if you look behind them, it's just very odd. There's nobody on this beach. Everywhere they go, it seems there's no one around. It's just weird.
To have someone to love you for who you are.
Well, your face looks like a rag. I'm kidding.
Is a gift from God. Being loved for being your true self is so freeing.
Okay, so here's what happened. This is why I'm conducting this emergency intervention. This is the real reason, but I wanted to give you all a little background for those of you that aren't in this community and are from my old channel that don't know. So what happened is within a week or two of Chantal talking about her health issues, and she needs to come back to Canada for weight loss surgery, which, by the way, she didn't agree with before. As you saw in one of the Cuba video, she was chastising another YouTuber for getting the surgery. She felt that it was, a cop-out type thing. In any event, so within a week, she's back in Canada and staying with her family, I guess. Now, she's there a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, one of her subscribers, who had been a follower of hers for several years, I guess, goes on Twitter and drops voice messages, text messages between her and Salah. What, not only prior to her leaving for Canada, but since she's been there. Salah, it turns out, has some weirdo fetishes, such as pooping on people, sexually assaulting women. He's got these bondage and God knows what else. I'm not going to put any of that up. It's gross. He sent pictures of his junk, I guess, and pictures of his feet, him in the bath, stuff like that. Well, Chantal, the girl, had put it on Twitter, and Chantal hadn't seen it yet. So sneaky Salah calls her. He's getting ahead of the game and saying, look, this is going to come out. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. Chantal, of course, has a fit, but she's not aware of really what he's done. He told her he didn't send nudes and stuff like that, which he did. Everybody in this community knew about what he'd done before Chantal did. Chantal didn't realize that at this point. And what she's holding up here is a painting of BBJ and Sam. I believe her mother painted it for her. And the truth of the matter is, and we're going to go into that in another video, prior to her leaving to Kuwait, she was going to get BBJ put down. She didn't take care of the cats at all. BBJ's nails were growing into the pads of her feet. She was in pain. She had other health issues. And French Fried Girl said hell no, and she basically rescued BBJ, and BBJ was taken to the vet. The vet verified that the cat had been neglected, and now the cat is fine, in a good place. Chantal went so far as not to feed her, because before she went to Kuwait, she booked an end-of-life appointment with the vet, so that BBJ appeared weaker than she was. Chantal basically wanted the cat put down just to save aggravation. She wanted to go, and didn't want to worry about the cat. So French Fried Girl, I think an hour before the end-of-life appointment, French Fried Girl managed to rescue BBJ, and how she went about that, we'll go into that, which is why there's this vitriol between them. But French Fried Girl did right. This is when I started to look at Chantal completely differently. Sam is in a good home, but Sam wasn't as old as BBJ. But this is what Chantal has the nerve to do when she finds out that Salah basically is some sort of weirdo freak that likes to poop on people, spit on them, sexually assault them, all kinds of crazy nonsense he was talking with this girl. And he said it was a fetish, that he had to repress it, and oh my God. But see, this is what happens when you meet someone on online, go and marry them within a few weeks. It's insane.
I gave my cats away for you.
My Salah, but he's all.
Now, before we get to this, she had a complete and utter breakdown in the car. I'm not playing all that. If you, I'm at the end of this, I'm going to give you the channels that I got these clips from. You can go and look. It's played extensively everywhere. You'll see the whole meltdown, the whole breakdown. An hour or two later, she's back, and this is what she had to say.
obviously been hiding a side of, desire that he just doesn't, it can't help it. And, he never did anything in person. He didn't show any nudes to this person or anything like that. Just conversation, which is still cheating, I know. But I'm trying to be mature and understanding. And this is my marriage. This is real life. I don't want to just give up too easy. If there's love there, I think it's worth working on it. I'm at least giving another try. I miss my family. I don't want to ruin our family. I'm not saying I ruined it. I know his actions.
And just for the record, the cat that Salar is holding and kissing there is Julia. And that was a cat that they got when she got to Kuwait. French Fried Girl calls her a bootlegged BBJ. And they also have a hamster called Howie. And this is what Chantal is referring to as family. Let's continue.
Did, but I feel like he's really sorry, and I do love him, and I just don't know how I can live without him in my life, because he's been
not Chantal calling me when her husband.
Okay, now this is Kay Bella. This is the girl that was a Chantal follower. And this is the girl that dropped the text messages, voice messages, and pictures of Salah that he had sent her. Now, basically what's happened here, it's the same thing that happened with Didi. Didi was a follower and managed to infiltrate and get with Nada. This girl, though, was trolling Salah. She's not interested in him. It's not really like she would have gone to Kuwait or anything like that. She was trolling him and basically throwing it in Chantal's face, because Chantal was being very smug. My relationship is wonderful, blah, 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 when really Salah is a liar, a cheater, and he's using her. He's not working. Chantal is footing all the bills again. And in order to keep her happy, what he is doing is feeding her and killing her. That's what he's doing. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's listen to Kay Bella.
Husband was trying to convince me to go take out a loan so I can go and be with him for the next 2 weeks while she was in Canada. But okay, I'm the whole for your husband's actions. I mean, if it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else, Chantal. Your husband isn't faithful. Your marriage is fake.
Would you mind if Stella got a second wife? Yes, I would. I would murder her. I'm kidding.
Okay, let's listen to what Kay Bella had to say again. Okay, hold on.
Not Chantal calling me when her husband was trying to convince me to go take out a loan so I can go and be with him for the next 2 weeks while she was in Canada. But okay, I'm the whole for your husband's actions. I mean, if it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else, Chantal. Your husband isn't faithful. Your marriage is fake.
Would you mind if Stella got a second wife? Yes, I would. I would murder her. I'm kidding.
Chantal is not kidding, by the way. And this is what I really want to tell you, Chantal. And I can tell you this because my father is a Muslim. Now, he comes from the Gambia, West Africa, and not too far actually from where Bibi's from. Bibi's from the Senegal. It's right next door to the Gambia. My dad would go to the Gambia all the time. Now, my dad was a total womanizer, and kids are part of the culture. Here's the thing, Chantal, what you need to do and really think about before you jump on a plane and go back to Kuwait. But I'll get to that in a second. Let's finish this video.
Hostie de tabarnak, de calice de sti de Saint-Cyboire. Esti de crise de sti de tabarnak, de calice de sti, je suis brûlé. Mal dans le cul, mal à la tête. Hostie de calice de tabarnak, de Chris, d'hostie de vie de chien. Hostie que je tanné! Hostie que je tanné, tabarnak!
Okay, so the end part there was one of the endings of French Fried Girls' lives. I laughed so hard. That was BBJ the cat giving Chantal a piece of her mind. BBJ is now in a loving home. She's living her best life, and I'm very, very happy for that. And I think French Fried Girl did right, totally. But what I was want to tell you, Chantal, is this. Okay, now my father wanted sons. Sons were everything, and that's the culture. Salah is a young man. Okay, you're 10 years older than him. You've had a hysterectomy. You cannot have children, and that's a very important part of the culture. He's going to get pressure from his family. He's going to have to take another wife at some point, and you will not be able to handle that. Think about it. Think about the big picture, the long term. Stop thinking about now. Before you get on that plane to Kuwait, what's going to happen is you're going to get there. You might bomb around for a little bit. I doubt you'll be bombing around. You'll be sitting on the blue couch, and he will be bringing you food and feeding you, and you're going to die. You know, another question I have is has Salah taken out life insurance on you? You know, he's going to have to get a second wife eventually. Children are a very important part of their culture. Very important. My dad, he wanted sons, and calm as a bitch. He kept getting girls. There were over 20 of us. He did end up having 2 sons. My younger brother, unfortunately, a few years back was murdered on the streets of London. I have 1 brother left, but the rest are all girls, all from different mothers. You know, I have 5 sisters from the same mother. One of my sisters also passed away. But other than that, my dad really wanted sons. And that's a fact of life. So before you go jumping over there, take a look. What's going to happen 10 years from now? Where are you going to be? Yeah, okay, if you are even married, you know, 10 years from now, the way you're going, you're not going to be here anyway. You know, take control of your life. Take control of your health. That comes before anything else you do. It comes before Salah, the pets, any of that. Get your health under control, or you're not going to even be here. Seriously, you know, you've gone there, thrown on a jihad, an abaya, a niqab at times, and actually I think the jihad and niqab really suit you. I think you look very, very pretty with those on. They really suit you. But, you know, putting that on does not a Muslim make. You know, coming out with Arabic words here and there, haram, inshallah, yalla, assalamu alaikum, Bismillah every time you eat just enrages me. You know, if you're going to embrace Islam or you're going to revert, you generally have to go to school. It's a process. You don't just don the garb. And as French Fried Girl said, cosplay. You don't do that. And as you see, you know, with you going back to Canada, your first thought was, why am I in a jihad? Yeah, why are you in a jihad? You know, and he's got the nerve, after trying to poop and pee on people and do all kinds of crazy shit, to scold you because a little bit of your hair poked out. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, Chantal, you know, I'm not a hater. I'm not. I think you have some very nice qualities. I also think you have some very disturbing ones, but obviously there's mental health issues going on there that you've said yourself. You know, take care of that first, because your relationship with food, that's what you've got to take care of first. They're never going to, you know, give you a go for weight loss surgery with your mind the way it is, because if they did it and you eat the way you're eating, you're going to die. You know, if you eat the way you're eating without it, you're going to die. Either way. So please take control of your health. Forget about Salah. Forget about Kuwait. You don't belong there. You're not happy there. I know you want to change your life and change the past and change how you were in the past. You can do that in Canada. I know you have financial difficulties in Canada and whatever, but that's not stuff that you can't get over. Everyone's had financial difficulties. Everybody at some point has been there. You know, it's not something that you can't get over. You do not belong in Kuwait. You know it. Salah knows it. His family know it. I mean, come on with that, and the family. They would never approve of him marrying you because you cannot give him children. He's a young man right now. He's going to want sons. That's what they do. That's just the way it is. As far as taking, you are allowed up to 4 wives. And my Uncle Kinte, when he used to come over, see, my dad was not, he didn't force his religion upon any of us. My mother was from Ireland. We were raised Irish Catholic. And my dad wasn't a practicing a Muslim. He didn't pray 5 times a day. He didn't do all that. My Uncle Kinte did. Whenever he came over, he came with his prayer mat and he would stop the conversation, go off in another room and pray and come back. And I asked him about the 4 wives thing. And he said basically most people don't do it, but in your case, I believe Salah would have to produce children, but they have to be able to take care of the wives. They can't just run off and get 4 wives and not be able to take care of them. And so, you know, as Salah kind of his bank grows, he's going to be looking, you know, for another wife. And my dad, actually, when I was 18, tried to marry me off to the commander of the Senegalese Navy. Well, being raised in the West, of course, I wasn't having that. Oh, he was furious. He was, who are you to turn down? The man was 50 odd. I was 18. I don't think so. So I do know a little bit about the culture and how things work. You know, if it were India, I probably would have been killed, you know, an honor killing, most likely. And, you know, which brings me as well to this visa thing. It reminds me of 90 Day Fiance. Remember Jenny and Sumit? Before they were married, every 3 months she had to leave India. She would either have to go back to the States or somewhere and then go back. And now they're married, she can stay. So that's why there's a question every 3 months, Chantal having to leave. You know, it's insane. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to say, Chantal, before you jump up and run back to Kuwait, to Salah, who clearly has serious freaking issues. I mean, come on. Okay, people have fetishes, true enough, but his are very dark and disturbing. And you don't need that in your life, seriously. And if you are letting him poop and pee on you and all that crap, oh my God, no, 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 no. Get an apartment with Pete's, sort your life out, sort your health out, finances, who cares? You can sort that out later. You know, get your weight under control, stop this crazy eating. Even yesterday, you're in your car eating so much that you made yourself sick. I mean, we're watching you kill yourself. I don't think anybody wants to see that. Anyway, think about that, Chantal. I hope you see this. Think very carefully before going back to Kuwait. Seriously. Anyway, take care, everybody. Later on, or probably, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'm going to do, I got another order from Temu. We'll open it together, see what I got. And everybody take care. Have a great new year. Have a happy new year. And Chantal, I hope this year is better for you. I really do. I'm seriously not hating on you here, but you don't listen to anyone. A lot of, if you listen to some of these reaction channels, I know you don't like being told what to do, and they're not going to tell me what to do, and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of the criticism is constructive. It is. Anyway, before I go, I want to give a shout out to Marley Hendricks, at Pink News, Looney Tunes, Apathetic Facts, Chicken Pickle, YouTube Underground, Yabba, Just Saying How, and French Fried Girl. That's where I got some of these clips. And thank you all. And if you want to check out the whole story, go check out their channels. They have the caramel, they have everything over there. You know, this is just to catch people up that don't know and that are from my other community. Everyone take care. Have a happy new year. Bye-bye.